Hello everybody. So, the people who made the initial orders have received the new adventures already, so I can go a little more in-depth without ruining some of the surprises for those first responders. You will receive this adventure, included free in every order from the LotFP EU web store that is €36 or more before tax or shipping while supplies last. You don't need to add it to your cart in the store, it will be manually packed with applicable orders automatically. We cannot ship the hardcover out with the global mail shipping method. That method is too weight sensitive. So if that option comes up, don't pick it if you want this book. And if it doesn't come up, don't worry about it. We've got over 100 left as of this recording, and I will post a notice at lotfp.com when they've run out. We ship worldwide from the LotFP EU web store. This is a 64-page hardcover adventure, manufactured by our usual printer, Otava Book Printing, here in Finland. It uses the same high-quality paper and thread-sewn binding as all of our usual commercial releases. You can abuse the hell out of this thing and knock into the camera, and it will not fall apart, as is usual for our books. This is not a cheap promo gimmick. We took a real chance to give you a full quality release as a free promo. Of the 64 pages, 1 page is for credits, there are 6 pages of maps by Glynn Seal, and the rest is adventure content, no other illustrations. That's the one place we spared expense in putting this together. No interior illustrations aside from the maps. But that means this thing is jam-packed with 63 pages of adventure content in one of the usual fonts we use. No large print chicanery. So, this is what the print looks like in the book. Black and white interiors. There are 4 sections of the adventure, which I can't really show to you because that'll give too many spoilers. So, going to have mostly a static shot of just the cover of this book here. 4 sections of the adventure, only 2 of which are necessary, but the players are given choices of what to do. They are not simply led by the nose through the events of the adventure. The adventure starts off with the events displayed on the cover, as 2 men off the side of the road notice that the player characters seem like adventurers, so they will make them a bet that the player characters cannot survive 24 hours down in this hole here. There's a small dungeon down there that the players can explore, packed full of NPCs, odd magic, including some the players can carry out with them, but more importantly, evidence that the edges of reality are beginning to unravel. This first section is 9.5 pages. If the players survive that, there are some hoops to leap through to collect their winnings from the elderly gentleman. They are honest, but they are not stupid. They aren't carrying any real cash on them, so the players will be given a banknote to cash in. The banknote tells the characters where the bank is and where the old men live. The bank will be its own little hullabaloo as it is being robbed as the players approach it, a situation filled with all sorts of complications of what the fuck, seriously moments, including a rabid horse. And of course, being a bank, there will be a lot of loot to be had if the players are clever and or ruthless enough. The bank section is 12 pages. The Old Men's House. How to say this without giving everything away? It is ground zero for a vast conspiracy with far-reaching implications. It was my intention in putting this section together that it comes across to you, the referee, reading it, and then to the players playing it, as just the most batshit insane thing that anyone's ever laid down as an RPG adventure. That may be too ambitious a statement, but surely even if you don't doubt your sanity when you read it, you will be doubting mine. Just full-on lamentations of the Flame Princess as written by James Edward Raggi IV, with all the good and bad that entails, amped up like never before. The house section is 12.5 pages. But we're not done. It gets crazier. Assuming the players haven't noped out, rage quit, or died, and all 3 are possibilities, their final challenge is epic in scope. What should we call it? Astral projection? An odyssey through space and time? Although not so much Doctor Who as Dr. What the fuck? We're into full-on cosmicism, and the players are traveling the stars. Think of it kind of like Dante's Inferno, but instead of hell, the players are exploring a Lovecraftian universal nightmare. They'll be witness to, encounter, and interact with a variety of cosmic powers, and maybe, just maybe, they'll save the universe. But don't worry, the universe won't end, most likely not anyway. So if the players can't or won't do what they're supposed to, there are rules for how the ruined universe changes the ongoing campaign. That section is 29 pages long. So this is a crazy thing. Maybe my most ambitious adventure yet, available for you free with a qualifying purchase. I think of it the same way as I did Better Than Any Man, doing this massive, expansive thing as a giveaway, and I'm feeling very good about the comparison quality-wise as well to Better Than Any Man. If you want to get to the €36 threshold in the EU web store with adventures that support more cosmic activities to complement the free adventure, I'd recommend, say, either Green Messiah if you're looking for something a little more lighthearted in tone. Temple of the Worm will fit the bill, and No Salvation for Witches has people messing with forces they shouldn't. Those are €25 each. Pair one of those with a booklet adventure like Black Chamber, or the Obsidian Antipharos, or the Jovian Visitor. Those are €15 each. Or just go nuts with your purchase. I won't complain if you do that. So, that's that. Until next time, explorers of the Better Left Alone.